Hello? Can I get your attention? Hello? Okay. I see a lot of familiar faces out there. This is our 4th year. I see a lot of new faces. This is our best year ever. I'm Mickey Johnson. I'm Cody's father. It's been a long time coming. We've worked very hard for this day, but this is a big step for us. It's been 3 years, 6 months, 24 days, and 2 hours since Cody passed away. To be totally honest with you, it's still very raw. It's very hard to talk about this. I do this every year. I have a hard time, so forgive me. Everything in our house, pictures, cartoons, some of his toys, they bring back memories. They bring back the sound of his voice, the smell of his hair. And any of you have young children, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's nothing like burying your nose in your child's head and holding them and squeezing them, and it's still very raw. There isn't a day goes by when we're out at Walmart or another store and we hear a little voice that reminds us of Cody. And I sometimes have a better time. I don't know. I find the sweet spot here. I have a little easier time than my wife does with those moments, but I just let you know. This continues, even though my son's done suffering and he's gone from this world. There's a lot of pain left behind, and parents like us go through this every day. And neuroblastoma has taken children away, and they almost don't have a chance. Although we do have a survivor here who had stage 4, and he's doing great, and he's a young man, healthy. He ran the race, Justin. As an organization, we've come a long way. In our short existence, we've done very well raising funds. That's why we're here today. We hope this is the first of many big checks that we present to end this terrible disease. And I'd like to thank all of you for your contributions in coming here and supporting us. And some of you have done it year after year after year at events that we put on throughout the year, and we really do appreciate that. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you the Director of Pediatric Hematology and Oncology at the University of California, San Francisco School of Medicine and the University of California, San Francisco Children's Hospital, Dr. Catherine Mathey. I'm going to let Dr. Mathey say a few words and explain to you a little bit about the disease and herself, and then we'll present a check.
Thank you, Mickey, and thank you, Diane, for your bravery. I think you've all heard there, and you all know there's nothing worse than losing a child. I choke up too just thinking about it, though I haven't suffered this myself. I've seen and taken care of many, many patients with neuroblastoma who have not made it. And we've made some progress. We make a little progress each year. And I hope that with the support of you folks here, and I think it's so wonderful you've all come out here today. I think everybody's had a terrific time. It's a beautiful day. And it's nice to know that you're helping to try to beat this disease and childhood cancer. Neuroblastoma is a particularly severe cancer in children. It arises in the sympathetic nervous system, and half the time it's already spread all over the body when we detect it. And then it is very hard to cure, with a little less than half of children able to survive, even with very, very aggressive therapy. So I lead a national group of leading children's hospitals called the New Approaches to Neuroblastoma Therapy Consortium. And we're trying to find precision therapies that target the disease, that will have fewer side effects, and try to cure these cancers that have become resistant to all the therapies that have been available up to now. We'd like neuroblastoma to become like leukemia, which wasn't curable in 1960, and now 90% of children are cured. So neuroblastoma has been a little tougher, but we're making progress each year. And the money you've raised is going to help support a new treatment where we deliver radiation therapy attached to a molecule that goes right to the tumor cells through the vein. So the medicine called MIBG, meta-iodobenzoguanidine, carries a radioactive iodine directly into the tumor cells because neuroblastoma specifically takes up this medicine. And this has been a very active medicine in children with relapsed neuroblastoma, where we haven't yet been able to cure, but it has decreased the growth of the tumor and shrunk it, and in sometimes made it disappear completely. So we're now trying to find ways to make this medicine even more effective so we can treat children from the beginning with it and make it even more active by adding other medicines. And the check that you're going to present today is specifically going to support a national study in the NANT consortium to test 3 different ways of giving this medicine to make it stronger. And then in a few years, we'll be taking this treatment up front to newly diagnosed children so that we can try to cure more of them. And I think this kind of support is incredibly important nowadays with the economy. The NIH, the National Institute of Health, which is based right here, only funds 6 out of 100 grant applications. And they do provide some funding to our NANT consortium because they know it's important work, but it only covers about half of the cost of doing these clinical trials for children. So I want to thank all of you, and Mickey and Diane, again, for their bravery and their sharing with this foundation to support our work and try to beat this lousy disease. Thank you.
I hope to grow up and be a speaker like you someday. You're very much better than I am. At this time, Dr. Mathey, I'd like to present to you a check for $100,000 from Cody's Crew Foundation. Can you get it into your suitcase? Dr. Mathey's leaving here, and she's going to be heading to London to speak there also. But anybody here with the airlines could get her a free pass on getting this check on her. I'd also like to call up Dr. Abagosh from Georgetown University Hospital right now, please. Dr. Abagosh was with Cody and Diane and I from the beginning, and we love her. We love her like a sister, a mother. Get back here. I'd like to get a couple pictures. Also, I heard that you guys like our medals, so we're going to make sure you guys get some medals.
Do you have them?
Here comes the bird. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I'd ask my wife to talk, but she's crying her eyes out. We've got 10 minutes until the 1 mile starts, and then the tot trot. I'd like to ask that if your child is signed up for the 1 miler, that's great. If they're not signed up for that 1 miler, please stay back from the track. We want most of the kids that are running that are participating. And we're checking as you go. As you get a medal, you only get a medal for one event. I mean, that's all I got to say. I'm all out of sorts right now. You guys can start heading down, but we got 10 minutes. We can't start early. Okay, we got some exercise, warm-up exercise for you guys, so get down there and get warmed up. Thank you all very much. We're doing the age group. Hold on 1 minute. I got ahead of myself. First, I'd like to present the first place men's and first place